welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly April message for all of the Scorpios out in the collective. Please note, this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Scorpio out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. I want to let you guys know that I'm now taking on personal clients. So I want you to look down in the description box so that you can schedule any coaching sessions or any psychic intuitive readings. So please look down in the description box. Without further ado, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get into your monthly message. All right, Scorpio, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get into it. What information and what insight can you offer Scorpio this month, Spirit? All right, Scorpio, we are starting out at the 6 of Cups. So I really feel that where you currently are this month is a lot of you are in moments of reflection. Truly connecting with maybe, I want to say that it's probably like the inner child, like parts of you from your past. Like maybe you're connecting with family. Maybe some of you are connecting with old friends. You're sort of, I want to say you're sort of like in memory lane almost, that you're just sort of thinking about all of the the things from your past. And I feel for some of you, it's about really looking at what you're learning, what you've learned, and how much you've grown and what you've learned from that aspect. And I feel that for others of you, it's maybe you're looking at it, maybe not from a very compassionate place, and you need to really examine it from a very compassionate place. All right, let's see. Yeah, I just sort of feel that where you currently are right now here, Scorpio, is that you're needing to, if you're dealing with like inner child wounds, right? Like if you're doing like any ancestral clearing or really, where did that one go? Any ancestral clearing or any type of healing when it comes to family, I feel that you need to look at it from a very compassionate, loving place. So let's get one more card and then we will jump right in. All right. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So where you currently are is the 6 of Cups. And as I said, this is about going down memory lane. Some of you are going to be spending time with old friends. Maybe this is like old childhood friends. Some of you, it's going to be family, and you're sort of reminiscing on experiences, the things that you've learned, how much you've grown, and sort of allowing yourself to sort of reminisce on that. Now, what is your theme this month? Your theme is the 8 of Wands. So I feel that some of you, this is going to be you all receiving any kind of word or information or news about someone from your past. This could be family. This could be, I really feel that this is going to sort of represent family. This is going to represent like childhood stuff, okay? I really feel that what's sort of transpiring is that your theme is maybe you all are going to get some news of someone from your past. And it's going to sort of hit a chord with you. I say that because as I'm looking across here, I see the 6 of Cups with the 8 of Wands and the King of Cups in reversed. So the King of Cups in reversed is what you're accomplishing, okay? And I feel that ultimately, whoever it is that you're sort of getting news from or information on from your past, whether it's family, whether it's old friends, maybe this is your your higher self, right? Like you receiving information from your higher self. And I feel that what you're accomplishing is you're sort of needing to embrace and recognize that you are in control of your own emotions. When I see a reversed King of Cups, this really tells me that it is a specific type of energy where everything is out of balance. And you're sort of looking at everything outside of you to sort of heal you, to fix you, to make you happy, that kind of thing. And it's important that you recognize that when you have a balanced King of Cups, that person only looks at what's within them. They recognize that they are their own source of happiness. They fill their own cup, and they don't allow outside sources, situations, experiences, or people to sway how they feel. What I love about this for you here, Scorpio, is that I feel that what you're accomplishing is you're learning to tune in to who you are. And by tuning into who you are, you're learning to trust yourself more and more. And I feel that's what you are going to accomplish here. Now, what do you need to avoid? Okay, you have the Queen of Cups here as what you need to avoid. And again, I really feel this is, because you have a King of Cups in reversed on what you're accomplishing, this truly means don't allow your emotions to sort of take control when you are making choices. Because I feel a lot of times, Scorpio, you do sort of let your emotions lead you. You let your emotions take control. And that is why your King of Cups is reversed. Because you're needing to take control and ownership of your own emotions. And understand that you're not experiencing the emotions that you are experiencing because of other people. You're experiencing the emotions that you are experiencing because you're needing to address why you are feeling the way that you are feeling. And I feel a lot of times that when we have, when our emotions sort of take control of us, we make choices. We react emotionally instead of responding to certain specific situations. So in this aspect, I feel that what this is really saying here, Scorpio, is that don't make emotional decisions. Use your intellect, utilize your intuition, make very conscious choices. That is what this Queen of Swords sort of is saying here. And I have this phrase that I say, whenever you are triggered emotionally, it is very important for you to sort of shift out of the perspective of that emotion. Learn to sort of shift into that observer position so that you can respond to the situation and not react emotionally to the situation. Now, what do you need to embrace? The High Priestess. This is your intuition, trusting that the information and the guidance that you are seeking is there. And it's really about you communicating with that higher aspect of yourself, really listening to what your gut is telling you. This is what you're needing to embrace. And that is when you're going to make really heartfelt choices. I feel that a lot of times, the High Priestess is a very intellectual card. And it does not surprise me here that it is right after the Queen of Swords here, Scorpio, because remember, you're needing to make intellectual choices. And when you're making intellectual choices, you're connecting to that higher aspect of yourself that sort of sees things from the observer perspective. Notice how on this Queen of Swords, there is a bird that is flying high. The bird is, I often refer to as the eagle eye view, right? And our intuition and our guides and our angels have that eagle eye view perspective. That's shifting into that observer perspective. They see things at a much clearer perspective, and they have a lot more clarity and insight and can make conscious choices for you. And when you can connect and embrace your intuition and allow your intuition to speak to you, you will become more in control of your emotions. I want to let you know here, Scorpio, that this is This is the reason why I work with so many women. I help so many women get in touch with their emotions, balance out their emotions, and learn to control their emotions and sort of shift into that observer position so that they're utilizing and connecting with their own inner intuition to make conscious choices. Now, what is the obstacle that you're going to face? You have the 8 of Cups here, okay? And Scorpio, I feel that ultimately what this means is that I feel that the obstacle here is going to be all of the hard work, that dedication, everything that you've worked so hard for. I feel that, you know, when we put ourselves into sabotaging behaviors, you know, one of the things that I coach a lot of my women on when I'm coaching with them is that I often ask them, you know, what do you get out of doing XYZ, right? And it's usually when I'm addressing a sabotaging behavior that they have. And they often looked at me very confused because they're like, what do you mean? What do I get out of it? You're getting something out of continuously doing that particular action, right? You're getting something out of it. And this is why we have to address that action, that behavior, okay? And I feel that the obstacle here is going to be, you know, you have always done things a certain way. You've always, you know, your emotions have always sort of run you over and have you've allowed them to sort of swell and overtake you in many areas. And I feel that the obstacle is going to be walking away from that. Walking away from all of the behaviors, the patterns, the things that you have done for so long. It's going to be a very hard habit to break. But as long as you do it in a very loving way and you recognize that, you know what, if you slip up, you slip up. But I feel that's going to be the obstacle. You walking away from a certain specific pattern or a behavior or an individual that you know is not good for you. It's not helping you become the person that you're wanting to become. And it's not helping you because your intuition has told you here, Scorpio, that you need to stop that pattern. You need to stop that behavior. And that is what you're needing to sort of walk away from. Now, what is the support that you have? Okay, you have the 5 of Cups. Scorpio, I just want to let you know you've got a ton of cups on the board. So this is why I feel that your emotions are so out of balance here. And why your emotions are controlling you and why you're being guided here to sort of take control of your emotions. Now, your support is the 5 of Cups. And when I see the 5 of Cups, what I'm often seeing here is someone who is continuously stuck in this pattern of disappointment and not really willing to see the bright side of things. When I see a 5 of Cups, I often see this, you know, I have this phrase where it's, you know, crying over spilled milk. We all are going to experience certain situations and certain things in our life that we're going to be disappointed by, right? And the 5 of Cups is really about not focusing on the disappointment, right? Your support is understanding and recognizing that when something disappoints you, it is entirely up to you to choose to see it for what it is and choose to turn your back on it and move towards something that is going to be more fulfilling for you. And again, because your obstacle is the 8 of Cups, because your obstacle is really walking away from the things that no longer serve you, I really feel that your support is recognizing and understanding that, you know, if you know without a shadow of a doubt that your intuition is telling you you need to stop a specific pattern or a specific behavior, then ultimately your support is going to be, okay, your support is going to be knowing that you can choose a different path, you can choose a different course, you can choose a different response and start seeing things and feeling things in a very different way, okay? Now, I want to point out here, Scorpio, that this is not easy and this is not something that I would ever recommend someone to do alone. And I'm not trying to like pimp myself out on coaching here for you, Scorpio, but I'm wanting you to know that when it comes to self-sabotaging patterns and behaviors, you need someone to coach you through it. So understand that when you have a Five of Cups, it's really about recognizing and understanding that your life isn't just about the things that have disappointed you. There is so much more opportunity available to you if you simply just turn your attention to it. And that is what your support is. Your support is understanding that the more that you can turn your back on the things that have gone, that you've lost, that have fled you, the more that you turn towards something better, understanding that, okay, what's gone is gone, but now it's time for me to focus on something that I love, something that brings me joy, something that I can ultimately put my heart and soul into, and that is going to fulfill me. That is going to make me happy. It is going to provide me with something that I can then embrace, okay? Now, what is your action? You have the Fool here, and I feel that your action here is really about taking a leap of faith. I really feel this is also about learning to believe in yourself. It's learning to trust in the process. And that can be very difficult here, Scorpio. I feel ultimately what this is really wanting you to take action on is learning to trust yourself. I feel that, when you are put into a specific place here, Scorpio, where you're needing to take a risk, and take a leap of faith and do something different that you ultimately, maybe this could be actually reaching out to someone for coaching. Maybe this is, seeking therapy. Maybe that's what this is. And I have this phrase that I often utilize, and it's this: if you continue to do what you have always done, you will always get what you've always gotten. And what that really means is that if you already know the results of a specific action that you take, why do you continue to do it? Because you know it isn't going to give you anything different. The result will always be the same. And so Spirit really wants you to take a different course of action. Take a risk. Do something that you've never done before. And allow yourself to believe that you can accomplish so much more by doing that. It's about trusting in the process. Yes, you might not be familiar. You might not know what it's going to lead down to and what it's going to go to. And I'll tell you, a lot of the women that I often see and that I coach, they're afraid of coaching because they're afraid of where it's going to lead them. But by the end, they're so grateful and so honored to feel so vibrant and so healthy that they themselves can't believe the miraculous change that they have embarked upon in the amount of time that they've done coaching. They see things so differently, and they have so much clarity and insight and compassion for themselves. So what is your advice and your encouragement? You have the Two of Pentacles here, and it's in reversed. So I feel that your advice and your encouragement here is going to be finding the balance as you go through the flow of life. Understand that when we feel like our emotions control us and we feel very emotionally imbalanced, we often tend to do the same things because it's what's familiar. And this Two of Pentacles is really wanting you to sort of change the flow a little bit, right? And it's really about trying to find the balance. And I feel that this is really about the balance of being overly emotional and being balanced emotionally. Okay. So I really feel that's what this is really saying for you here, Scorpio. Now, let's go ahead and draw an additional card. And we are going to read from the book. This is The Secret Language of Light, and I utilize this in my coaching. So let's go ahead and see what additional information and information Spirit has for you here, Scorpio. What additional information and insight can you offer Scorpio, Spirit? Okay. All right. Okay, this one's interesting. Okay, you got number 22, which is divine animals. And I find this very interesting because this isn't the card that I thought would have come out for you, but let's go ahead and see what Let's see what the message in the book is here. Okay. Soul companions on your journey. Okay, so here's what it says. Spend time with your pet or in the company of any animal to realize the same light that flows through you flows through all living creatures. We all create different containers for our soul experiences, depending on our individual desires and dreams. Humans experience greater contrast than animals. That is why our influence and creations are wider reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split and stray from our hearts. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment where we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal. As an animal is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't need you to be different to who you are for it to feel loved. You will feel free to be who you are. When you emulate this behavior for yourself, life becomes more relaxed, loving, and your relationships will catapult to a whole new level of joy. So that is your message here, Scorpio. I find it very interesting because I feel that ultimately the message behind this divine animals is, you're starting out at the Six of Cups, which is about looking towards the compassion and the love when we look at the experiences that we've had or the lessons that we've learned from individuals in our lives. It's about listening to our gut and learning to find the balance in all of the experiences and all of the things that we are meant to learn about ourselves. And with animals, animals portray to us that divine, genuine, compassionate, unconditional love. They never hold any grudges against you when you don't pay attention to them. They always love you regardless. And I feel that that is what Spirit's message is here for you. You need to learn to shift into your heart. Shift into that higher aspect of who you are and see yourself through those loving eyes to truly embrace who you are and learn to come into balance with that aspect. So Scorpio, this is your message for this month. I thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.